Hey there, welcome to another episode of my marketing radio show. I'm your host Surya, and today we'll be talking about an interesting. Uh, Today, actually, I wanted to talk about the best time for you to start pitching about your course, and that's the topic that I want to talk about. But when I was planning to create this video, for some odd reason, my neighbor started some construction activity, which was kind of super loud, and I was like, when are you guys going to done? I need to create a video. And super was looking forward to create this video. So anyways, today we'll be talking about the best time for you to start pitching your course. And when I wanted to talk about this, I was thinking like, what are the different scenarios that possibly can happen, or possibly can people be in that you are in right now, right? So I came up with two scenarios. The first one is where people have already launched their course, which means that you already launched your course and you are looking to relaunch it, or you want to scale it up, and or you are either one of the persons like where you have your course ready but you are thinking about what are the different things that you should be doing to launch your course so that you have people coming in paying for the course. So these are two scenarios I will be talking about, and if there is any other scenario, let me know, because these are the two places that I get most questions from. So anyways, so with that said, let's look at scenario one, where I'm going to talk about firstly where you already have an existing course and you want to relaunch it, or what are the different means that you are using to launch your existing course. Okay. So the first place where you already have an existing course and you are looking at what is the best timing for me to start pitching about my course. And back when I was a phone salesperson, it's a job that I really enjoy, because that's where I got potential understanding about who I was and what are the things that I really like. And I love phone sales, by the way. So back when I was a phone salesperson, I had an opportunity to work for different influencers, different peoples, where I was closing their courses ranging from $500 to like even $5,000. So I was closing for different ranges, and this is what I have understood. So if you are if you are a person who is wanting to jump on a call with the person, jump on a call with the prospect and close them over the deal. So this is something that I did, right? So I know when I was closing deals, there were different things that I was really focused on. For instance, like what is the script that I should be talking about, what stage of the script they are in, what are the different pain points that I can talk about with the prospect, what is the price that they are willing to pay, and when is the best time for me to start pitching, and what is the transition, are there every additional stuff that kind of distracted me from actually building a relationship with the prospect. So I was doing all of these things, and I have my framework here, so always have a framework. So occasionally I will refer to that. So anyways, coming back. So I was doing all the things like looking at the script, looking at taking notes, a lot of things, which is perfectly cool. That is something that I followed like forever. So when I was doing all this stuff, there's this one thing that I was focused on doing the things rather than building relationship with the prospect, right? So when I was focused on that, here is what I observed. My sales closing ratio was like gone down, and I did not know what to do. And being a sales phone person, being a phone sales guy, it's not a good scenario to be in, because the influencer will be coming up to my face and asking like, "Hey Surya, what have been you doing, man? Your sales closing ratio has gone down. So what's going on?" I did not want to have that kind of conversation. So it was a tough part for me to actually focus on the prospect. And the other day when I was listening to one of the person who I dearly respect, his name is Dr. Myron Golden. So I was listening to him and what he said, and what he said was quite fascinating for me. And I was like, are you kidding me? Is that it? kind of thing for me. So when I listened to him, I was like, okay, before I share it to anyone else, let me implement in my business to make sure that this kind of really get results or not. So I actually did implement this in my business, in my coaching program. And I was jumping on a call with a couple of people who are my existing clientele, and before they were clients. So I jumped on a call with them. I was like talking to them, did what Dr. Myron Golden said, and voila, they were super curious on how they can work with me, not the other way around. I was like, wow, such a profound change. It was way easier for me to close this way, and I was able to generate like $2,000 in the last week or so. Quick disclaimer: you're not going to make any kind of revenue just by listening to this, and I'm not saying that you will be making any form of revenue just by implementing what I just did as well, because results vary from person to person, and hope you're all disclaimed. So I had to say that, man. There are people who are going to catch me through my neck if I do not say that. So some of you are not, but still, I needed to. Anyways, here is one thing that I implemented that Dr. Myron Golden said. What he said was, pull yourself from the outcome of the conversation or outcome of the sale, and make sure that the first call is, this is something that I interpret as, it's not exactly what he said, okay? Pull yourself from the outcome of the sale and consider the first initial call as if it's your coaching call, or as if it's your client who you're talking to, and make sure that you deliver results on the call itself. And now when you are so transparent that you are genuinely making an attempt to add value to their prospect, they'll be super excited. That's what happened to me. I did not even jump on a call to close this person. I was texting him, and in fact, the next episode is going to be about me interviewing him. It's kind of super awesome. He's one of my early clients. Super excited to working with him. So, anyways, I was not even jumping on a call with him. I was actually texting him. Like he was asking me like, what should I do this? What should I do that? And I did not even wanted to make a sale there. It was genuinely the person who I looked up to when back in the closing career, and I was working with him, and I was texting him, and by the end of the conversation, he was like, how can we start working together? I was like, what? Are you kidding me? When he asked me like, how can we work together? I did not have an offer for him. I wanted to like, oh crap. I in fact said it to him like, hey man, I really appreciate you wanted to work with me, but I did not share all of this for the intention of making a sale. But if you want to work, I created an offer on the call. So which was so fascinating for me, which was something that I loved. So anyways, we started working together, and that's the first thing. If you are jumping on a phone call, make sure that you are not attached to the outcome of the sale. Pull yourself from the outcome and make sure that the first call is something that you add value. So which means that what time should you actually be pitching? Just because they are a client, you should not stop pitching them. Start pitching throughout the way. Use trial closes, I would say. Use trial closes and add enough value that you are not the person who closes the prospect. The prospect is the person who should close you on that. You should work with him, and no matter what happens, he is willing to get started right today. Perfect? Cool. So that's one part. The second part is where, let me look at my notes. Okay, so you might be saying that, hey Surya, I'm not a person who jumps on a call. I'm a person who has a webinar in place, and I'm pitching them the course by the end of the webinar. If you are pitching that, I kind of more like the webinar style. Not because I hate one-on-one, I love it, but one-on-one you are limited to the revenue, you are limited to the cap that you are going to make revenue from the sale. But when it comes to one, this is kind of more like one-on-one, but this is like one-to-many. So if you want to go to the next level, switch from one-on-one to one-to-many, until unless your one-on-one is like super high ticket, like 25 grand, 30 grand, 35 grand, something like that. Anyways, one-to-many is something that I'm super excited about, because you get a chance to pitch a lot of people at the same time, which is something that I love. And so when I was this is a fascinating point. So recently I have had an opportunity to go through Russell Brunson's perfect webinar scripts training. I'm not so sure if you had a chance to go through that. It was like $7 or something. He was giving away the perfect webinar training, how to create a webinar. If you did not go through, I'm going to hook a link below down this video, or if it's possible, up somewhere on this video. If you are listening to this, just swipe up or swipe down, you will be able to find the notes, and that's where you'll be able to find the link. So or if you do not have the training, go get open this book, because I'm going to share something from this book right now. Grab this book. I'm going to give you a second. Okay, let me, before I do that, I want to find the page as well. Go get the book. And okay, as you're getting the book, so I want you to open the page 208. Open the page 208. This is something that's I'll be sharing about some insights. Okay, so if you do not know, for the people who are watching this and do not know the webinar style, so webinar style has something called a Big Domino, and there are 3 secrets that kind of tackles the Big Domino and takes it down. So that is kind of a webinar style, and I really enjoy it because I made all my purchase from the webinar itself. So super love that framework. So anyways, there is this quote which Russell said, which I wanted to share with you. So if you can turn to like page 212. Yeah, this is what I'll be talking about. So here is what Russell said regarding the perfect webinar. The 3 secrets, more precisely, okay? So notice that the 3 secrets are not trying to get people to believe new things. They are simply false beliefs they already have about your Big Domino. If you knock down these 3 beliefs through the content session of your presentation, the Big Domino will fall and they will join your new opportunity. Fascinating. So the 3 secrets are not actually talking about, it's not a place where you should be talking about your opportunity. It's the beliefs that they already have been installed. And when you're talking about the beliefs of the person, make sure that these are the beliefs that are leading them in the wrong direction. So in order for you to change this, if you change this, the Big Domino will be down, which means that it's not that after you make the 3 secrets, after you reveal the 3 secrets, you transition into the pitch and then you start pitching. No, that's the wrong way. You start pitching from the second they are on the webinar. What? Let me explain. When you're talking about the pitch, it's not just about them being listening to the stack. Okay, it's them being till the second they are on the stack. So there is a lot happens before that, before you even come to the stack, right? So if you ask me in person, so what is the best time for me to pitch your course? It's from the get-go, from the time that you share your origin story, from the time that you reveal the secret 1, secret 2, secret 3, use trial closes. That is what I would say. Okay, because In fact, let me give you an example. So for instance, my Big Domino, for me, for my coaching program, which I'll be transitioning into the webinar pretty soon, in the next 1 month or so. Anyways, in the next 1.5 months, not 1 month. So my Big Domino is that course creators should have launch strategies in place. Okay, that is my point that I stand for, and my big domino is you should not launch a course without launch strategies. In order for me to take down that big domino, the secret one is like when it comes to secret one, it's vehicle based secret. So for instance, for me, what I stand for as a vehicle is funnel, which means that this is something that I would say, this is not a perfect one, I'm just creating on the go. I not even wanted to give you an example. I do not know why why I started it, but anyways, I'm going to create it as it goes. So for me, a vehicle based secret would be like use funnels to create launch strategies, which are use funnels to align yourself with the launch strategies in place. That is something that I stand for. So for my vehicle would be ClickFunnels. So that is the funnel. That is the vehicle that I use for building funnels, right? So I'm going to share a story around that. Not right now, in the later, but yeah, that is going to be my secret one, which will help me knock down the big domino. So secret 2 is going to be kind of internal based belief. So for instance, if I say that, okay, first secret, you listen to the first secret and you said that, hey Surya, you know what, ClickFunnels is the way. I need to have funnels in my business. Perfect. Now the way that people think is like, okay, funnels is kind of good thing, but are funnels something that I can use in my business? Okay, so that is something that I call as that is something that Russell talks about as internal based belief, internal based belief. So when I can show you that funnels is something that whenever people say that my business is unique, my response would be, if you are selling to aliens, and if you are selling to animals, if you're charging the payment from animals or aliens, then your business is unique. And unless you're charging, you're sending the payment, you're collecting the payment from humans, your business is not unique. Sorry to break that out. So no business is unique. It's just a matter of how you communicate with your audience. Cool. So for me, if I can prove that, that would be easier for me to that will be helping me to knock down that big domino. So that is kind of a secret 2. Secret 3 is kind of a external based belief. So now I know that funnels are something that I can align or create, take help in order for me to create launch strategies. And now I know that launch strategy is something that I can implement in my business. Now the third secret is something that I'll be talking about, like, do I have the resources in order to use the funnels and I share as a coach? If I can show you that, you know what, I can in order for you to use ClickFunnels, there is something called a 14-day free trial. So if you can even before you get started, even before you pay ClickFunnels some money, you can actually test if funnels is something for you or not. If I can come up with that angle, it would be way easier. In fact, so here is something that I usually offer my clients. So I think about what their potential objections are when it comes to secret 3. What are some of the objections when it comes to resources? So they might be saying me something like, hey Surya, I do not have enough time to build a funnel. Perfect, I'm going to give you a funnel. That is one part of my offer. So you know what, you can give me a funnel, but I do not have someone who can write the copy. I'm not a best copywriter. I do not have enough time to write the copy, man. I was like, shit, what can we do with that? you know what? What if I can ask my copywriter to write your copy for your landing page, and in fact, not just landing page, like for your email sequences, email follow-up sequences. What if I give you that as well? Catered for your business. My copywriter is going to write copy for your business. It's like, okay, now this is part of becoming a deal, right? So okay, what are the different things? Okay, what if I show you what if I share you the resources that I have, that I use in my business to maintain the consistency that the content that I put out, and what are the different strategies that I come up with when it comes to publishing content. So what if I give you insights on not just launch strategies but also publishing? Now I'm thinking about what are the resources, what are the challenges that resource external beliefs are creating, and if I solve them, there you go, you become an offer. In fact, if you want to work with me, like I can help you with I can give you a funnel. I will coach you for a month. I'll be coaching you, or we'll be meeting once a week for an hour, and I'll be coaching you on the course launch strategies. And I'll give you a funnel that you can start working on once we discuss, once we start communicating in the first week. By the second week or so, I'll give you the funnel, and also I will hook my copywriter with you. If you want to work with me on that, sure, I'll hook the link below on the calendar link. You can schedule a call with me. Cool. What the fuck did I just do? Always pitch. That's what I would say. Awesome. So that is secret too. That is what I would say when it comes to, if you already have an existing course, and if you want to go pitch on different sections, different aspects, depending on the model that you're following. If you already have an existing course, but you might be like, Surya, I do not have an existing course, but there is something that it's ready, but I want to kind of test the market if that is something that people are getting into or not. So if that is the case, let me share you something exciting. Let me just refer my notes, and it's been a while since I've been, holy crap, I've been talking for like 20 minutes. So let me get some water. I plan to edit this stuff, but I kind of will leave because I don't want to be a perfectionist. Okay. So your scenario is where okay. So if you do not have a course, or if you already have a course and you want to test the material with them, so here is one thing that you can do. This is something that I have observed from one of my mentors. Super love that person. And if you know him, I just want to test you out. If you know who that person is, go comment down below. So I was signing up for one of his programs, and his framework was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to build a course. Come join me as I build the course. Which in the fact, on the landing page, he was using a phrase like, hey, you know what? This is something that I'll be leaving for a few days. After that, I'm going to remove this, and I'm actually going to put this training as part of another program. I was like, wow, I definitely need to go listen to that, because whatever he says is something that I know it's gold. So create something like that, where if you already have an existing course, perfect, bring them, say that, hey, you know what, I've already created a version of this, but you know what, I wanted to like recreate it because I have grown a bit after recording that video, and bring them up and say that, hey, you know what, I'm going to teach you live. At the same time, you're going to get the recording of that. You're not going to get the recording of the live training, and there's a reason for that. I will not say you that. Think about it if you know. So you're going to bring them in, you're going to sell the recordings, but you're going to teach the new stuff again, so that it creates hype for people. Cool. If you want to add the recordings as part of the offer, you can do that. Cool. So that is something that you can do when it comes to like if you're launching your stuff for the first time and you do not have enough people lined up to get the course. Okay. So when is the best time for you to pitch? As I said from the get-go, make sure that when I say about pitching, it's not that you have to hey, when are you going to pay, when are you going to pay, when are you going to pay. It's not that. Remember, my understanding when it comes to pitching is closing them for staying on the call with you or on the webinar or on the training for the next minute. If you can create that kind of a curiosity, if you can create that kind of hype, you are good. Do not think about if they are going to pay or not. Think about if they are going to stay for the next minute or not. If you can go with that approach, it's gold. You will be closing every single second. You'll be pitching them every single minute for them to make sure that they stay on the training for the next minute. Or it can be 10 minutes, doesn't matter. I'm just giving you a preface, okay? Awesome. That is something that I wanted to share with you. Holy crap, I did not think that it's like 25 minutes pro. So I thought this would be a training for like 5-6 minute stops. Anyways, I did not want to share half of this. That's something cool. Anyway, and if you want to work with me, go down below. You'll be able to find the link for you to schedule a call with me. Or if you're listening to this on the podcast, swipe up or swipe down somewhere. It will be in the notes section. Cool. So you'll be able to schedule a call with me directly, and let's see how I can help you. Cool. And you already know the offer. That is fantastic, right? So with that said, catch you in the next episode and create launch strategies for your courses always. Cool. See ya. Bye.